I'm good. My name is Jason Cruz. I write for a website called MMA Payout. I'm all the way out in Seattle, Washington, on the opposite end of the country. But I'm going to ask you some questions about your big fight next week.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Okay,
Let's talk.
great. So I'm happy to talk to you, and I find you in your car. I assume you just got out of practice.
Yes,
Yes. And how is the training going for this fight?
man, the training camp for this fight is awesome. I feel great. I already did a couple camps of 5 rounds when I used to be the Titan FC champion.
Mm-hmm.
So I already did 3 camps of 5 rounds. So it's not the first time for me. And I feel every round I turn a little bit better. So for me, 5, 6, 7 rounds is great.
I'm sure we're only going to keep it to five, so that's good. Maybe shorter than five, so that's
Yeah.
good. So I wanted to ask you quickly because I am just looking over your record. You had to take off 2019. Were you injured at that time?
No, I was not injured. I got 90 fights canceled.
Oh,
Only God knows why. And when I, you know, I signed a contract for a fight, the pandemic starts. I traveled to Boston to fight boxing. It's not my game, but I need that money. And
uh-huh.
they canceled the fight in the same day of the fight because the pandemic situation closed all the casinos.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like in this kind of limbo because in the small shows, no one wanna fight me. In the bigger leagues, they asked me to put a victory to contract me because my last fight before PFL was a defeat.
Mm.
So I was like, but no one wanna fight me in the small show. How I gonna put a victory to go to the big one? And for 3 years, God tested my faith, and I got almost quit because that reason. No fight 3 years is a lot of time, but thank God I didn't quit.
Yeah, thank God. So you have had one of the best seasons of a PFL fighter. First, you had a split decision in your first fight back in April. Then you beat Anthony Pettis. I wanted to ask you about that. So everybody probably thought, oh, Anthony Pettis is a big name, but you got the win. Were you surprised, or did you know you had confidence going into that fight?
No, I knew I could win against him. It was not a surprise. It was the fight I asked for the guys when I get in the show. I talk like, man, if something happened with Pettis' opponent, put him in the place. Because, everybody is good in the PFL, but not everybody give you a good reward like Pettis give you. He's a former UFC champion. So for me, fighting him, a victory against him is like the biggest win in my career until now. Even with the win against Clay Collard, which was a tremendous fighter, and but against Anthony Pettis, he put my name in the game forever
Yeah.
because he's Anthony Pettis. After the fight, I asked him to take a picture of him because I am a fan. So all respect to him, but I knew I could win because I think our games doesn't match
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because he's dangerous jiu-jitsu guy, but I not will took him to the ground. He's a very good striker, but I think I can kill his skills in the striking, and I have a lot more of power of knockout than him. So I think my game matched really good with him. So I
Yeah.
knew I could put the win. I was surprised they gave a split decision because in my mind it was like a clean
It,
win. And even with the very first 2 rounds, the last round was like a 10-8 clear because I dropped him twice and was a clear 10-8. So this make the fight make goes for me. And but was the best fight of my career until now. Like in the names, when I want to introduce myself to someone, I always tell like I already beat Anthony Pettis.
you
So
can say
it's,
your
it's
HBO because you're better than Showtime.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I do remember that fight, and I believe it was a split decision just because the name of Pettis. Otherwise, I just recall that being, I was recalling that's being a very dominating fight on your part. So I applaud you on that. And then you moved on to Clay Collard. Some people think it was a controversial decision, but what are your thoughts on that? You beat him by unanimous decision back in August.
Yeah, in my mind, I won the second round. Okay, to be honestly, the first round he won. The third round I won clean. The question is the second round. So I think, like me, the judges saw the moment he try submit me in the ground, he not take me down. I threw my knee and I fell, and he go to the ground with me. So these don't count as a point, like a not score a takedown.
Yeah.
And after he tries to submit me, I stand and I try to take down against him. So I recover from my mistake. And the rest of the round, I dominated him. I put the best shots. That man has the best chin I ever seen, because I really find his chin like 10 times, and with my knee once I couldn't hear his chin make like clack, and he never stepped back. So he's a tremendous fighter. But I think because the persons is like, oh, you didn't won the second round, but I always tell like, okay, I felt he not take me down. If he took me down, I think he won the second round, but was not. I threw the knee, I slip, and I stand. So no points to no one. And the rest of the round I was better in my vision. So it was not controversial, but we need to go to the books. You understand how they judge at this occasion. And when you go and you see the rules, I clear win the fight.
Yeah, most definitely. And so did you feel like you won when they were going to the judges' scorecards? I know that they have the pictures of you and your wife and your baby, very excited and happy, crying with joy, tears of joy. Did you know, were you positive that you had won, or you just because the judges, who knows what's going to happen?
No, my coaches were totally honest with me, so I didn't know what asking. They told Raush, we think you won the second round and you won for sure the third one, but we don't know what the judge is gonna see, because that time he stand against you in the ground. So I didn't know if I won or not. For me, like, okay, I won the second and the third, but I don't know for sure. In my mind, if they gave a draw, I could complain. If they gave it to Collard, I couldn't complain either, because it was too close. So of course I will not complain because they gave to me. Because when it's too close, it's too close. It's fair, doesn't matter who they pick. But if you watching the rules against like what it really happened, I won the fight. Like how they judge you, because has no takedown. If he took me down, point for him, but he did not. So I'm more than sure I win. But that time I was very nervous because I had no idea how the judge would score that.
Yeah, most definitely. But now next Wednesday, next Wednesday, October 27th in Florida, Loic Radzhabov. What do you know about him?
I know a lot because I already played him to fight Nathan, because who fought him in the final was 2019. So I know his game. He's a really tough guy. He have heart, he come forward. He didn't step back. But I think my game is good to fight him. I think this fight is not gonna end by points. I'm more than ready to knock this guy out. I think in the 4th or the 5th, because are my best rounds, are the 2 last rounds, even in the trainings. And I think that's how this fight's gonna go forward. But I respect him as opponent, and he's a really good fighter. It's not like that's why he's in the final, but I'm gonna beat him. I'm gonna beat this guy.
Good. We wish you good luck to that. I wanted to ask you a little bit about Nathan Schultz, who is your training partner. You had helped him with PFL a couple of years ago. Has that experience working with him helped you with this run this season?
Yes, for sure. Because when I played Lloyd, I need to know how he attacks. So I learned also how he's supposed to defend the punches, the kicks, the takedowns. So if you play the guy, you need to learn how he moves. So right now, I just need to adapt it to defend his movement. So this fight, to be honest, is gonna be a very physical fight. Who has the best stamina gonna win?
I see.
Because if you see, I am a little bit better striker than him. He has power of knockout. I defense the takedowns very good. He's a good wrestler too. So it's gonna be a very interesting fight. It's gonna be like who won this more.
Yeah.
Uh,
So, did you see him coming out of this bracket when you first started back in April as a potential person you'd see at the end?
yes, yes.
Yeah.
But after I saw his first loss in the season, I didn't believe he would be in the final anymore. Before the season starts, I thought he would be one of the guys maybe I encounter in the playoffs. But after his first fight, I know no, this guy is it's not gonna go to the playoffs. But he won the first round and scored. So he deserved to be there. And right now, I don't know why, but in the playoffs, I saw my talks were like I gonna be in the finals against Loic. I knew about that. I knew. So I was already prepared.
Excellent. And so this has been a great year for you because this will be your fourth fight in 2021, and we're not even to November yet. And you had so much time off. Do you like this setup the PFL does, where you're fighting basically every couple months? And have you been invited back for next season?
Yeah. Okay. First, I love this PFL format because every other sport you have time for vacation. In MMA is different because you never know when you're gonna fight. So you need to your whole year you need to be prepared because you don't know when they're gonna call you. In PFL is different. I know exactly when and where gonna be my fights. So these allow me to prepare myself a lot better. So I can rest enough. I can recover my body. I can save for the injuries. If you need to make some surgery or something you never had time to do, you always like make physiotherapy. Now you have time to do. And for the next season, I will become a lot better fighter because I have time to recover, to preparation, and to get better because you know the dates. So I love this format. And before the PFL, they invited me to PFL when I was an alternate fighter. They told me doesn't matter what happened in the fight, they would be put in the 2022 season as
Okay.
an opportunity because I was stepping in as an alternate fighter. So I glad for the opportunity, and I'm more than sure right now at the finals they're gonna put me in the 2022.
That's
I
great
love
to
the show.
That's good to know. And you got, I guess, job security a little bit. Maybe. Uh, so the you've been training at ATT, American Top Team, correct?
Yes,
And that's
in Coconut Creek. Yeah, it's the
yeah, in Coconut.
headquarters of American Top Team.
So tell me, can you tell me who you've been training with as far as sparring or anything like that?
Yes, first my coaches are Catel, Macarrão, Pahumpa, Everton, my conditioning coach. So this is the guy who think about it. And with all the Steve Moko as the wrestling coach, and for the partners, I trained this camp with Thiago Moises, the UFC. He's gonna fight 2 weeks after me. Uh, great fighter. He helped me a lot for this camp. I did my camp with him. And right now, I also with Leandro Apollo Silva, used to be a UFC fighter.
Mhm.
He's also going to be my corner. And for the last weeks, now this waiting cut week, he's helping me more because he's too heavy.
Sure.
But right now, the trainings are not too heavy, so he can help me more. And he's going to be my corner. So Thiago Moises was my number one spar. And right now, Leandro Silva.
Well, that's great. And so I don't know. Maybe if you when you win the $1 million, will Dan Lambert bring you on to do the wrestling like he's been doing with Jorge Masvidal and Junior?
I would love to participate in this.
Have you seen that?
I
Have you seen him do it?
yes, I saw. I think it's like a great party, you
Yeah,
know? It's
yeah,
too funny. And the
yeah,
people get crazy. The crowd is like sing the songs when the guys get in the
yeah.
stadium. It's super funny. I would love to participate for sure.
Well, hey, maybe next when you have your time off, you can do that. Now, do you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
would be a pleasure for
yeah.
sure.
So do you have a lot of people coming since the events in Florida coming over to support you, or are they going to have watch parties or
Yes,
anything like that?
I think almost 50 persons are come to the arena, just close friends, family. Unfortunately, my family is in Brazil right now, and they are not allowed to come to United States because the pandemic is. But my dad is coming as my corner, so I have a really good team behind me to support me. A lot
Well,
of persons.
Raush, I greatly appreciate. Obrigado. Thank you so much for your time.
Obrigado você.
Yes, Wednesday, October 27th, PFL finale against Loic Radzhabov. Raush Manfio, we wish you good luck.
Thank you. God bless you, bro. It's a pleasure
God,
talking with you.
God bless you. We'll see you later. Good luck, and we'll be watching.
Us.
Have a good day.
You too.